What is up, beautiful souls? It's Mitzi Freeze here, and I do realize it has been quite a minute since I've done one of these videos, but I have been very busy and also I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'm trying to remain strong in the midst of a storm. August really seemed to be a month where a lot of people were just going through it. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I have. I myself had a lot of crazy things happen. But I feel like through the midst of these storms that a lot of you are facing, there's going to be some sort of big opportunity that comes out of it. There's a situation in your life and it's almost like you see no end to. It's like, when am I ever going to come out of this? Is this storm ever going to end? I read a quote the other day on Twitter, which is now X, and it said something along the lines of, I planted seeds and it started raining. And that's confirmation. When you think of rain, when you think of storms, you think of bad things like flooding and destruction and things like that. There's this trial and error period that a lot of you are going through right now, and you're learning something about yourself. You're learning, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do this again because this happens. I learned it this time. I'm going to go here now because I've learned something from the past. One example would be when I'm driving and I'm delivering and there's a new address on my route and I'm sitting there like, oh great, like I don't know where this is. So I'll put it in my GPS and the GPS takes me a funny way. It don't work. It glitches out, it freezes up, and I can't find the address, or it takes me kind of in the location, but not the exact. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know you had the same thing happen to you many times. I know y'all. I can feel y'all now being like, yeah, I know exactly. That happened to me last week, okay? But look, I have to learn. So either I call the person, I find out exact directions, or I'll call the office, and I have to learn where this new address is, right? So next week, when I have to go to that same address, I know where it is. Some of you are lending a helping hand when it comes to something. You could be caring for someone right now, nurturing, taking care of someone. I also have hug here as well. There's a lot of love and support around you at this time. Whatever this is that you're going through right now, it's a temporary period, okay? It's not permanent. It's something that's temporary. It's a learning experience. I see like when you make something like molding clay or pottery, something along those lines, but I see like, you know, there's this ugly stage. There's a stage that you're like, well, what the heck is this? What is this even gonna be, right? And at the end, when you see the finished product, you're like, whoa, like I didn't think this could come out of this. And for some of you, this is a slow, long, painstaking process. But in the process of this trial that you're currently dealing with, you are slowly being shaped, being molded into something absolutely beautiful. The lessons that you're going to learn, these opportunities that are going to come from these really weird experiences for a lot of you, these challenging experiences, I feel like there's going to be this happy outcome. You're going to see the light on the other side, okay? Because I have the lighthouse here, but I also have this ship at sea. And a lot of us think of these stormy seas as this hopeless situation, and we just don't see our way out because everywhere we look, we see ocean, we see water, and we're just like, God, like it never ends. But there's always hope. Of comets and stardust and moonlight and symphonies, your glow is a lighthouse for all ships lost at sea. By creatively and passionately embracing your hero's journey, your energy becomes an alluring guiding light to others who may feel broken or hopeless. Keep sharing, connecting, and offering your vulnerable wisdom. As your lighthouse shimmers for others, it lights your own way too. Back in 2016, my grandmother's house got flooded. It actually had about 4 foot of water that got in there. And my grandmother lost her house, or she thought she did. She did lose a lot of precious items, okay? You will lose things along your journey. And it's almost like the shedding of the old. As a result of all of this shedding and the scarring and the scraping away of these things, I feel like because of all of that, it's like you're coming out new, okay? So her house was destroyed and she lost a lot of things. But as a result, she had a group, a community of people that came together to help her restore her house. Today, she lives in a practically new house. Yes, it is her old house, but it's all redone. Everything is new on the inside. And honestly, it's beautiful. With our frustrations, with this period where you're being asked to be patient because you're not going to see immediate results. And whatever this endeavor is that you're trying to do, a lot of you are getting frustrated because you're like, okay, well, I started this new diet and why am I not seeing the weight loss or the weight gain or, whatever it is that you're trying to do. I'm really being shown that we have to be patient. Not everything happens overnight. The rebuilding of my grandmother's house didn't happen overnight. It was a very long process of detoxing the house from this mold and cleaning everything out, okay? And that was very uncomfortable. And it was very uncomfortable for a lot of you in your situations where you're being cleaned out. It's almost like reopening a wound. When you get cut anywhere in your body, it hurts, right? But you have to clean that wound. You have to almost hurt yourself in the process to clean this wound because you know it's for your good. There was an example that was given to me a while back of a person that got into a car accident, and as a result, they went into the hospital. While they were in the hospital, it was discovered that they had some type of cancer. But this type of cancer that they discovered, they were able to treat in a timely manner because they caught it early. Out of something bad, something good happened from it. There was another story recently that I was told of 3 teenagers that decided to go catch a movie. They decided to walk to this movie because it wasn't that much of a distance from their house. They were approached by a man with a weapon. The man demanded their wallets, and the teenagers immediately complied, not wanting to get hurt in the process. This guy actually told them something along the lines of, "There's good that often comes out of these bad situations," and he walks off. The teenagers were extremely confused, obviously, because they're like, dude, we just been robbed and this guy's, preaching to us. Like, what is this, right? They were also really frustrated because guess what? Their movie tickets were in their wallets. Come to find out, I'm not going to get into details here on the internet, but we all are aware of the Aurora, Colorado incident a while back. Well, it happens that these teenagers had those movie tickets to that Batman movie, and guess what? All 3 of their lives were spared. This right here says, when I struggle, I always learn something new. Yeah, you're learning these new paths. I get new paths. I am proud of myself and my achievements. Yeah, look how far you come. Okay? You guys come a long way. Remember, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. What I say, y'all gonna have some kind of opportunity come out of this, okay? The hard work that you put in today puts you where the good luck can find you. Miracles bless my life every day. I am blessed with favorable circumstances. Yeah, everything is working for you in your favor, okay? And we have to remind ourselves that even through the hard times, and I know it's hard. Y'all, I know. Our Bible verse is, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not onto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths, okay? And I mean, look, I'm just saying, God's ways aren't our ways. It's not. We as humans down here, we're sitting here like, why is this happening to me? And we really should be saying, look, this isn't happening to me, it's happening for me, because the comeback is going to be much greater than the setback. A lot of our happiness gets drained when we become so fixated on an outcome that it affects our emotions, it affects our decisions, it affects the way that we look at the world. You ever had a crush on somebody and you really want them to like you back and they wouldn't, or they dangled carrots in front of your face and you're sitting there going, man, if only they can see how much of an awesome person I am, because I am so good and I really want this person to change, and I think if I do this, this, and this, they're gonna see who I really am and they're gonna suddenly fall for me like a Disney movie. And you're sitting there like, yeah, man, like if only I could do this, right? Does it work that way? No, absolutely not. Okay, but you get so fixated on an outcome that it's almost like you lose yourself. Owls could be significant to you at this time. Also ravens, and the number 3. I got the number 3 as well. I also have the number 7. The number 7 is completion. The number 3 is happy times, guys. I see like, it's like, the outcome is going to be happy. The outcome is going to be better. And it's not going to be exactly what you expect. It's almost like expect the unexpected. I have forgiveness here. I am willing to forgive everyone, including myself. I forgive myself for any wrongdoing. I no longer judge or criticize myself. I am free to be who I am. Forgiveness is not something we do for others. It is something we do for ourselves to move on. It is a process, not a one-time event. It is a choice to move forward in love despite the pain of the past. Don't stumble over something that is already behind you. Is there any bitterness or resentment left within you? Are you ready to release it now and allow the future to happen? Yeah, okay. I love this, y'all. Some of y'all might be struggling with some kind of forgiveness. I remember when I was in a really dark period of my life. I mean, this was years ago, and obviously I made it through all that. And, and you will too, okay? You will too. I feel like some of y'all need to hear that. You're going to get through this. I remember my mom, she told me, she's like, well, don't think of what's going on right now. Think about where you're going to be a year from now, 6 months from now. I mean, things can change. And also with the number 3, I have like 3 months, okay, a 3-month span for some of you to see some sort of outcome, or there could have something to do with 3 years as well. I got the number 3 really strong. Some of you need to get out and exercise more. I actually took a walk this morning, all right? I took my last walk before this storm hits, okay? I got out there, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go for my walk. I'm gonna enjoy my nature and a little bit of rain. But it's okay. I absolutely love it. But I feel like some of you need to get up and move. I feel like some of you are sitting there like, I don't even want to get out of bed. This depression, this anxiety, the things that have been going on in my life. I feel like I can't even get out of bed in the morning. I feel just drained all the time and I need something different. I feel like the stagnant, stuck energy with a lot of you, and you're sitting there like, where's my hope? Where's my light? Where's my shine? I want my spark back. I want my life back. It is stagnant, my dear. This energy you are carrying, it feels stuck within you, just sitting there deep in your belly, resting upon your shoulders, etched across the lines of your face, like an old rusty gate that simply won't open. But notice, my love, how easily the gate begins to work again when it is oiled and painted anew, awoken from its dormant position, when it is simply moved again. You are no different, dear one. You too simply need to move. For some of you, this has something to do with your health. And I feel like with a little self-care, taking care of yourself, not getting angry at yourself or your body for not wanting to do certain things or move a certain way or whatever it is that you're getting frustrated at physically, I feel like you need to take care of yourself. Love yourself. Show your body that love. Something that you're being made to do, some sort of uncomfortable situation. You're being slowly shaped, like that pottery, okay? You're being slowly shaped into this different person. You're changing. There's something that's slowly changing within you, and it's going to manifest on the outside of you. So recently there was a situation in my life where I was kind of forced to stop drinking everything except water, okay? I'll have my coffee and my water, that's it. And as a result, for me doing this over a span of, I think, 4 weeks now, I'm starting to see the results in my skin. My skin is healthier. It's not broken out. It's not blotchy. Like, I look more hydrated. But this did not happen overnight. There again, do not expect immediate results in your situation right now. This is a process. Dear Lord, today I speak new life into every dry bone, and I command them to live. Old cycles and generational patterns are breaking. All is coming together for me. Amen and amen. I freaking love this, guys. And I love you. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of the week. And if you are being hit with a storm right now, guys, be safe. Please take care of yourself. I love you all. Until next time.